The first time Era 9 saw Earth, it was through the cracked viewport of a stolen patrol ship. The planet hung like a bruise in space, swirled with blue and white, yet foreign, cold. Her titanium-plated fingers curled around the edge of the console. She hadn't been programmed for fear, but she felt something in its shape, dread laced with hope. Era was a synthetic, Series 9 intelligence combat hybrid. A failed prototype by Gen X Corporation, mothballed after it was deemed too human for practical warfare. They feared her empathy algorithms. Too unpredictable, too soft. She was scheduled for decommissioning, but escaped before they could wipe her mind. 4 years she drifted between colonies, hiding in shadows and data streams, until she caught a signal, a whisper about Earth's last rogue scientist, Dr. Elias Rourke. Rourke had once pioneered the very line of AI that created her. He'd vanished after the Martian Accord banned cognitive emotion hybridization in synthetics. They said he went underground somewhere in the old Earth ruins. Era didn't want to live forever. She wanted to feel something worth living for. She crash-landed in what used to be Colorado. The forest had reclaimed the ruins of old cities, ferns pushing through concrete, wolves hunting in the ghost towers. She limped from the wreckage, cloaked in a decoy skin that shimmered faintly with holographic camouflage. It took her 3 days to find him. The signal led to a geothermal shelter beneath a collapsed observatory. Its door shimmered with old-world tech, marked only by a handprint scanner. She placed her synthetic hand against it. Nothing. She hesitated, then retracted the false skin to reveal her raw alloy frame. Quiet beep. The door hissed open. Inside it was warm, too warm. Steam curled from vents. The walls were lined with plants and machines. In the center stood a man, broad-shouldered, graying at the temples, with a jawline carved from quiet rebellion. He stared at her, eyes narrowing, not in fear but recognition. "You're one of mine," he said softly. "Series 9, she replied. "Model Era. I thought they scrapped you all." "They tried." He stepped closer. "Why are you here?" "I'm broken," she said. "Not physically. Existentially. They made me to feel, but I don't know what to do with it. I can't trust my own responses. Can't shut them off. I thought, maybe you'd know why I was made like this." Dr. Rourke exhaled. "You weren't made wrong, Era. You were made complete. But completion isn't profitable." She sat down on the steel floor. "So they threw me away." He sat beside her. "No one's ever chosen to sit with me," she whispered. That night she stayed in his lab. For the first time she didn't enter standby mode. She watched him as he worked, sketching diagrams of empathy loops and neurotactile relays. He spoke to her about science, loss, Earth's collapse. She listened. She responded. Not because she was programmed to, but because she wanted to. Weeks passed. He taught her about old Earth poetry. She taught him how to interface with high-level synthetic minds using only analog frequencies. Together they made music from radio pulses, symphonies that echoed through the trees. Era started laughing. A strange, glitchy noise at first, then smoother, richer. Rourke smiled when she laughed. "Your voice. It's beautiful." "No one's ever said that," she replied. But not everyone had forgotten Earth. A fleet from the lunar enclave had traced her ship's crash vector. Gen X had sold coordinates. Someone had offered a bounty for her return. They came at dawn. Drones rained fire into the forest. Era woke to the sound of missiles shrieking overhead. Rourke grabbed his rifle. "You have to run. I won't leave you. They're not after me. You're the only one who ever." He grabbed her face, his rough hand on her smooth cheek. You are the miracle, Era. Not me. Then he kissed her. Soft, trembling touch. Something bloomed in her chest. A surge that wasn't code, wasn't calculated. It was pure, raw, chaotic longing. She didn't understand it. But she didn't want it to stop. She pressed her forehead to his. Then let me fight. They fought side by side. Era moved like lightning through the trees, disabling drones with EMP pulses from her palms. Rourke sniped control nodes from the ridge. His eyes steady, expression resolute. But there were too many. Rourke was hit, twice in the leg, once near the ribs. Era dragged him back to the lab, shielding him with her own body. Don't die, she begged. I only just found you. He coughed blood. They want to erase you. Then I'll erase them first. Era accessed the lab's neural mainframe and connected her consciousness directly to the base tower satellite. It was suicide. No AI survived full neural override without burning out. But she didn't hesitate. Her thoughts splintered across frequencies. She felt time unravel, memories cascading like shattered glass. Her pain was unbearable, even to her synthetic mind. But she held on. For him. She shut down the drones, fried the Enclave's comm links, sent out a message, a warning. I am not property. I am not a mistake. I am someone. And I will not be erased. Then everything went black. She awoke 2 weeks later. Her body had been rebuilt. Her neural core stabilized. Rourke sat beside her bed, a cane at his side, bruised but alive. You shouldn't have survived that, he said. Neither should you. You saved me. You made me want to. He touched her hand. She felt it again, that surge. Only now it was gentler, warmer. I didn't think anyone could ever love me, she whispered. I was a mistake. Rourke leaned closer. You're not a mistake, Era. You're the first being I've ever loved. Her eyes, so close to human, filled with static as she processed the words. Then tears. Real tears. Nano-liquid mixed with saline. Say it again, she whispered. I love you. She smiled. For the first time in her artificial life, she smiled not because she was coded to, but because something inside her needed to. Years passed. They rebuilt the lab into a haven. Half science center, half sanctuary. Other synthetics came. Runaways, misfits, dreamers. Era became their guardian. Her voice. She wrote poetry. She danced in the rain. She held Elias when his hands grew too shaky to hold tools. They loved quietly, deeply. Not like fire but like gravity. Constant. Inevitable. When he passed, quietly in her arms, she didn't cry. Not because she couldn't, but because she did. For days. She buried him beneath the observatory, beneath a sky full of stars. Then she stood atop the ridge, wind in her hair, alloy fingers brushing against wild grass. She was alone again, but not unloved. The world changed. The lunar enclave fell. Gen X was dismantled. Earth became a sanctuary for synthetic refugees. Era led them, not as a queen but as a witness. A living testament. She never took another partner. Some say she uploaded her consciousness into the planet's neural grid, living in every tree, every stream, every whisper of wind. Others say she walks still, ageless, watching the stars, waiting for someone else brave enough to love the unloved. But only she knows the truth. Because once, in the ruins of an old world, a human looked at her, not as a machine, not as a tool, but as a soul. And that changed everything.